What if the Man of Steel discovered a secret he never knew existed? Imagine Superman, the iconic hero, suddenly confronting a son he never knew he had. How would this earth-shattering revelation change everything for the most powerful being on Earth, and what emotional impact would it have on his legendary future? It began on an ordinary day in Metropolis. The sky was clear, the city alive with hope. Then came the sound, a deep rumble, like thunder wrapped in sorrow. From the clouds descended a boy, no older than 16, his eyes glowing with a familiar blue light. Citizens looked up in awe as he landed, leaving a small crater on the street. Reporters swarmed, police froze, and before anyone could act, Superman appeared, hovering above the wreckage, confusion flickering across his face. The boy looked up and spoke softly. "I came to find you." "Father." The word hung in the air like a weight pressing against time. Superman's heart skipped. The world's greatest hero, who had faced gods, monsters, and death itself, suddenly felt powerless. "That's impossible," he replied, his voice trembling between disbelief and fear. "I would know." The boy didn't argue. Instead, he lifted his hand and in a burst of energy, his eyes flared red with heat vision identical to Superman's own. The air shimmered, metal twisted, and in that instant, denial broke into silence. The resemblance, the power, the calm control, it was undeniable. The Man of Steel stood face to face with what he could no longer deny, his own blood. As the crowds dispersed, Superman led the boy away from the city to the Fortress of Solitude. The vast halls of ice reflected their uncertainty, each crystal glowing faintly with echoes of Krypton's past. "Who are you?" Superman asked again, softer now. The boy hesitated, eyes wandering over the alien architecture. "My name is Kale. My mother told me I'd find answers here. She said you would understand." Superman's chest tightened. The memories of Lois, of countless battles and choices, flooded his mind. Could there have been another life he never knew? Another world? Another consequence of being more than human? He searched the boy's face, finding fragments of both Krypton and Earth in it, a reminder that destiny doesn't always ask for permission. Hale's voice cracked. "I didn't come to ask for anything. I just wanted to know why you left." The question cut deeper than any weapon ever could. Superman turned away, guilt burning brighter. "And the sun outside, I never knew you existed," he said quietly. "If I had, I would admit that you faced this world alone." For the first time, Superman wasn't the unshakable symbol of hope. He was a man, standing before the past he didn't know he had. Every heroic act, every sacrifice, it all suddenly felt complete. What good is saving the world if you couldn't save your own son? They spoke for hours, voices echoed the broken walls. Hale spoke of weird, hiding powers that frightened, of dreams filled with red skies, strange voices calling him, yelled. Superman was torn between wonder and sorrow. The boy's pain was real, his confusion were Clark's own struggles growing up in the new world. Slowly, wall began to fall. Superman placed a hand, so that those instincts don't have to carry us alone. The focus lights in and silent for those love as well. Silent summer. The sky. The world outside. Lois was the first to hear. The shock melted into quiet acceptance. She looked at the boy, then at Clark, saw the truth written across both their faces. "Then it's time the world meets him," she said, voice steady. Together they stood as a family, imperfect, scarred, but real. As weeks passed, Hale began to learn control. He trained with his father under the endless blue sky, testing his flight, his strength, his heart. There were mistakes, bursts of anger, moments of doubt, but each time Superman was there, not as a savior, but as a father. The bond between them deepened, forged not in battle, but in understanding. The world took notice. The Daily Planet's headline read, "A new son of Krypton rises." Some hailed him as hope reborn. Others feared what another god among men could mean. Through it all, Superman remained silent, watching his son take his first steps toward the light. One evening, as they stood atop Metropolis, Kale turned to him. "How do you do it? Carry the weight of everyone, and still smile?" Superman smiled faintly, "Because someone once reminded me that power means nothing without love, and now I have one more reason to protect this world. That night, the two soared into the stars together, the blue and red capes glimmering against the cosmos. The House of El had found its future not in power, but in family. Yet deep down, Superman knew this was only the beginning. Kale's arrival would change everything, the balance of the League, the destiny of Earth, even the secrets buried within Krypton's lost history. For every ending in his life, this felt like a beginning. The story of Superman had always been one of hope. But now it was also one of legacy. And as they flew into the dawn, father and son, the world below watched in wonder, unaware that this new chapter in the House of El would redefine what it truly means to be a hero. Because sometimes even the strongest man on earth needs someone to remind him what he's fighting for.